It gives me great pleasure to stand here in front of you all today and to welcome you to the Sussex Youth Commission Big Conversation Conference. Some of the things that they come out with, whilst they sound obvious, it didn't occur to me. I remember one of the young girls looking at the abuse section. Oh gosh, she said, I would never... why would you phone anybody? I would never telephone anybody to tell them. So I asked her, why not? She said, well, you never know who's listening. And it hadn't occurred to me, if you're a young person and you're in that kind of chaotic household where abuse is taking place, that you might be frightened that somebody's going to overhear you. But actually what she also meant was that she didn't want her friends to know either.
You've got the conclusions and the recommendations in front of you somewhere. How do you think they should be prioritised?
My name's Nadine Smith and I'm from Crawley. My subject was the relationship with the police and stereotyping. I've gone through the youth offending service myself a couple of times. A lot of the experiences that I had firsthand haven't been very positive, so I thought, why not give it a go and maybe get some positive relationship build up. That's why I kind of done it, to kind of show young people that even if you have had a negative background with the police, there's always things out there that are looking to change it. So if there's like PCSOs in the community, making sure that they're known, getting them involved, getting them running like activities. And I think once they see that the PCSOs, so say if they did like an event and they brought police officers, then there's still going to be that positive relationship with the PCSOs, so they can think, oh, okay, maybe the police officers aren't going to be that bad. I think it'd be really rewarding for the young people, because automatically when you see a police officer, you're not thinking, oh my God, it's confrontation, oh my God, they're going to stop and search me, or oh my God, they're going to approach me in some kind of way. It's just going to be like, oh, okay, hello, how are you, kind of thing, and you just look at them more as people, but then you know that they've got the authoritative side, but you look at them more as people, not just people in uniform that are out to get me.
For some time, there's been a lot of stigma surrounding the youth of Sussex as the perpetrators of crime. However, the youth are more likely to be the victims of crime.
I'm Tanya Eisen, I'm from Helsham, and I'm 14 years old. I chose the bullying subject because I was previously bullied at my old schools and I didn't particularly have any help from it. This one person stood out the most when he said that he actually had to use physical violence against the bully to get the teacher's attention. He did get into trouble, but he was able to tell that the bully started it first. Hopefully the police could go in lessons and assemblies and talk informally to the students so they can be more friendly and they won't be too afraid to actually speak up, because some people just find police in just uniform and they're kind of afraid.
Do you think there might be a tendency from the police to think, well, bullying in schools, it's not really a police issue?
It is a police issue, because some people actually result into hurting themselves, or actually in serious case committing suicide, and that's just terrible.
What is different doing for it was not just taking the kids that stay in a unit or that have been labelled the bad kids.
I'm Lou Thursfield, member of the Youth Police Commission. I helped study the drug and alcohol abuse programme. One thing for me that was quite interesting to see was a lot of the people that knew about the risks ignored them, so that's obviously something that we need to change. One thing we hope to introduce was instead of a big, strong force of street policing that would perhaps intimidate young people, to instead promote the successes of the police through social media, through television, through newspapers. This way, perhaps older people that might think that street policing needs to happen to stop, they might think young people committing crime, that would show them that the police are making successes and doing a good job. We have seen a new wave of drug taking, which includes taking legal highs. The issue with it is that it introduces a new audience to drug taking, those that wouldn't break the law but perhaps want to explore drug taking and would turn to that as a new method. I think that in these small towns, often people turn to drugs because there's not much to do. In one rural town in East Sussex, young people that were under 18 were paying £40 a bottle for a bottle of vodka from over 18s that were buying it for them to make a profit.
Giles York, Chief Constable for Sussex. I'm so pleased with the recommendations that they've come up with, and already one of my senior officers has come up to me to say, I'd like to coordinate this for you, I will bring them in. The other thing I want to do is I want to make the young people who have spoken so eloquently to us today to be part of the solution with us. It's not just, thanks very much for the suggestion from me, we'll be away with it. It's come along and help us implement it.